Okay, let's see what else he has to offer.
Well, you proved you can race, no doubt about that. Tell you what, you can help me out with something. I know how we can get a couple of skyhoppers, do some real racing. We just have to build a hangar here.
Biggs is being real mysterious. Better go see the K-3PO. You're making a mistake. You'll probably think twice before doing that again.
Ding, ding, ding. He's some jealous.
Hello, I am K-3PO. Biggs Darklighter has sent you to me, so I am confident that you share certain allegiances. I will be your contact to provide necessary items, buildings, vehicles, and devices to assist in your missions.
You know, I have heard of
I cannot provide those items for nothing. You must give me the credits required to cover their cost.
yeah. Okay, so I need more money for that. Hey, it's the Jawa place. Yeah, I just love. Anyways, you know the prequel trilogy was very controversial for having a lot of things bad. It's the bad thing, like it was completely unnecessary, but stuff like that. Well, in my opinion, Revenge of the Sith is probably the best one of the original trilogy, of the prequel trilogies. I mean, that's the one that felt closest to a Star Wars film. The rest, totally not necessary. They do have some enjoyable moments, but not enough. There's also, but the original trilogy also had some controversies. I mean, George Lucas was not impressed with some of the technology he had. Back then, they didn't have the technology he wanted for his animation. I mean, for his movies, but of what he doesn't know, that a lot of his fans do like the movie, no matter how weird or outdated the effects may be nowadays.
Silver medal.
Oh, Graham trapped. I can't move. Now I can.
Hey! New high score.
Anything now.
I'll just retry another time. I'm just trying to get as much golden coins as I can.
Let's talk this through. Stand by.
You know, I wouldn't mind. I thought of an idea for a Star Wars weapon, the lightsaber crossbow. As in, it fires lightsabers like a crossbow. Or a bow and arrow with a lightsaber acting like an arrow. Medieval Star Wars. It looks like a little dinosaur. And that looks like a rabbit. Oh, you can heck! What was that all about? So Luke Skywalker has the advantage of being both a Jedi, a gunner, and a tech guy.
You have located a holocron. Each one contains an artistic rendering from a moment in galactic history.
Down they go. And a slipping slide. Now, George Lucas said he wanted to make these changes because back then when they were filming it, they didn't have the technology he wanted. And now I'm perfectly fine with these changes. What I'm not fine with is that he wanted to reject the original versions and making a bit of a mistake and that was a big mistake. I mean, it's alright to have these changes, but you should keep the original versions as well so we can compare the two and see how much he's changed. We can even have our kids watch the original versions as well. Oh. I mean, remember that weird dance thing in Jabba's palace, Jedi Rocks, which was meant to replace that jazzy theme? He met Jabba's palace. Well, they did it because they say because of the outdated technology and something like that. Because they wanted something that's a little bit more modern for a younger generation. Yeah, not always a good idea. I'm gonna talk to everybody.
I guess Tashi Station will have to wait.
Oh wait, I have enough. Get the one rack, get the one rack, get the one rack, get the one rack. Now where do I toss the little varmint? Here's the varmint. Get over here! It's interesting that nobody seems to care. There's another one. Here's a funny thing about those stormtroopers. They don't really care that you're a threat or not. When you go really close, the Jedi people. Obi-Wan is right. They're weak-minded. You can easily do some mind tricks on them. We need to see your identity. You don't need to see my identity. We don't need to see his identity. Hey, these aren't the droids you're looking for. These aren't the droids we're looking for. Move along. Move along. I just love... Ooh!
Hey, that's great.
Okay, let's buy that thing from K3PO. Now I have seen a silver C3PO before in Lego Star Wars. It was the first thing I was ever introduced to before C3PO.
You have purchased the hangar building. On completion, they will construct the appropriate flying vehicle for your
Oh
environment.
yes, the monster! How come we couldn't purchase any of these things in the original Star Wars? In the Twilight of the Republic, the thing. Okay guys, I think I'm gonna do the rest of my gameplay without any recording because I only want to do this during boss battles or something like that. I hope you've enjoyed this video.